Hello, my name's Andrew Lavers, and for the past 12 months I've been uploading one video a week dedicated to overcoming creative block. Now, what that's consisted of has been going through each week a different practice of something that you can do to help you get out of a creative rut, however that's come about. And I kind of wanted to make this video as a bit of a bonus at the end of the year, just to talk about some of the things that I've learned that I could share with you from a year of thinking about these things. Before I even get into the video, I feel like I need to answer the most important question, which is, out of all of the things that I've done this year, which one has been the most helpful practice for overcoming creative block? And the answer for me is none of them, which is a bit weird. But actually, the thing that has helped me more than anything to overcome creative block this year has been having the deadline of making these videos. Knowing that by every Friday I need to have a video done has been the single thing that for me has helped me to create a new video every single week. And if I didn't have that deadline, so many of these videos would never have got made. My inner perfectionist wouldn't have let me make so many of these videos if it wasn't for that deadline. And so I think that's weirdly one of the main things that's helped me with creative block that I haven't even made a video about this year. Deadlines. Give yourself some deadlines. Make yourself accountable to an audience of people. And you know, I'm not deluded enough to think that if I missed a Friday, I would have thousands of people who would really even notice or be that upset. But just knowing that you've made that commitment and that you've told other people you're making that commitment, for me at least this year, has been enough for me to be able to keep going and keep making the videos, knowing that I have to hit that weekly target. Another little bonus tip that's really helped me this year has just been the concept of baby steps. And all I really mean by that is breaking down the project that you're working on into baby steps. Okay, what do I need to do first? First things first, I need to write a script for the video. So I'm just going to open up a text document and write down whatever comes into my mind. And then from there, you start to form a script. Once you've then recorded that script, you can then start to think about, okay, what footage would go along well with this script. So by breaking it up into little baby steps like that, it really helped me to take these big, overwhelming ideas that I was really struggling with how to convey in a video, and just break them down into their component parts so that they could easily be tackled in that way. Before I show you the list and talk through some of the things that are on this list, I wanted to explain a little bit about how this whole series came about in the first place, because it kind of happened by accident. So basically, around this time last year, I think it was around November time in 2022, I was struggling quite a bit with creative block, and I just didn't really know how to, you know, get my brain into creative mode and start making things. So I pulled my typewriter out and I just started typing this list of things that I could do personally if I was feeling creatively stuck or blocked. And at the time, I had no intentions of making this into a series. I wasn't planning on sharing this list with anyone. It was literally just for me. And so I just started writing this list, and I got, I don't know, to about 30 on the list. And I suddenly thought, well, when am I going to stop? Like, where's this list going to go? And so it made sense to me to make it a list of 52 things if I could, because that way I would have a different practice for every week that there is in a year. So say if you get stuck creatively once a week for a whole year, you've got a different practice then to you know, work through to help overcome that. So that was my thought process at the time. And so I did that. I came up with a list of 52 things, and then I don't even know when it was further down the line that I actually thought, why don't I make this into a video series? And so I did. I was looking to make a new video series that I could commit to weekly for 2023. And yeah, with that list, it just kind of made sense. So it all just came together that way. But with that in mind, it does mean that a lot of the things that I've talked about this year and made videos about, I didn't I didn't come up with them thinking that I'd be making videos about them. And that's been the hardest bit. So many of them are quite personal to me, and I felt like made sense to me, but actually articulating that into a video was really difficult. So it's had its challenges. But anyway, I thought I'd give you some of the background on what's been going on how we got here. And with that, let's take a look at this list. So here we go, 52 things in case of a creative emergency. It's pretty cool, I have to say, that I can look through this list of different things and think, I made a video on all of them. Quite proud of myself, you know. Just thinking first about some of the more useful ones for me personally. Number 5, go for a walk. That's a really easy one to do, and I think that's really beneficial. Just getting fresh air. To be honest, a lot of these are just about getting away from whatever work it is you're doing for a minute, and from there, ideas start to flow again, really. That's a big part of it. Number 6, watch Van Neistat on YouTube. That is, without question, the most watched video that I made this year, the most popular one, and actually the most important one. It led to a lot of cool things. My new good friends, Stuart and Elaine, hi Stuart and Elaine, love you guys, they discovered this video, and that led to all sorts of opportunities where they invited me out to meet them and work with them, and I'm pleased to say that Van Neistat has seen this video. I've since met Van Neistat and chatted to him and spent some time with him, which has been crazy. So yeah, this video was definitely the most viewed one, but actually making it wasn't the video I was the most proud of by far. I wasn't really that happy with it, actually, weirdly. But yeah, I guess, you know, you mentioned the name Van Neistat in your video, it's probably going to do pretty well. And it did, relatively speaking. What else have we got? Number 43, clean your car. I really enjoyed making that video. It was quite difficult because I was genuinely cleaning my car, you know, which ended up taking twice as long because I was filming it. But I had fun making that video, and that's one that I've always done. If ever I'm stuck creatively, cleaning my car is always a really good way to clear my head and just focus on doing something that feels productive. To be honest, looking through this list, there's so many of them that were difficult to make rather than easy to make. What was the hardest one to make, I wonder, out of all of these? Number 26, create a Pinterest board of things that inspire you. Why did I write that down? I stand by it. It is a good idea, and effectively what I ended up doing in number 49, tape inspiration to your walls, create your own world, that ended up being effectively what the mood board whole idea thing was basically having this collage of creative things that can inspire you. I stand by the idea, but making a video on that was tough. It's quite a boring thing to make a video about. And the thing with all of these is that actually, looking back, there's so many ways that I could have made them better, creatively speaking, if I had more time. But I only had a week to make these videos. And so rather than overthinking the idea and being all perfectionist about it and coming up with the greatest video I could, sometimes you just got to do the best with what you've got and just get it out there, get on to the next thing. That's another bonus tip. That's a great way of working creatively. So yeah, I feel like I've come away from this whole project with lots of new ideas about how to tackle creative block. I will certainly be returning to this list whenever I'm stuck in the future, because it's been really helpful for me. And weirdly, making these videos has actually kept me accountable and given me a reason to practice each of the things, because there's definitely loads of them that I never would have practiced if I didn't actually have to practice them in order to make the video, if that makes sense. So it's been quite a meta experience, really. And let me just take this opportunity to say I'm so thankful for all of you who joined me for this project this year. My channel has grown, I don't know, 800%? No, that's not right. 700% from when I started the year. Thank you so much to all of you who have watched these videos. It really means a lot to me, and I'm so inspired by all of your comments and things. And that actually brings me on to how I want to close this video out. I want to hear from you. How do you combat creative block? Maybe there's an idea here that I've missed that's a really helpful one that's helped you. Or perhaps you could share with me some of the ideas that I've shared that are your favourites. Not the video that was your favourite, but they can do that as well if you want. But the practice that you've tried after watching one of my videos that's actually really helped you. I wonder if we could do something cool. Could we create a space where you guys could share with me all of your favourite ways of overcoming creative block, whether they're the practices here that I've shared or they're your own practices, and perhaps we could make a video in future collating a few of those ideas and talking about the best ways as a community that we can overcome creative block together. So let's do that. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And so all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching me in 2023. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, a lovely New Year, and I look forward to seeing you in 2024. There's a lot of birds in the water. People over there on a bench as well, which is a bit disconcerting. Is that a good way to end the video? It'll have to be. It'll have to be.